the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. Live.
You down with Rapaport? Yes, I am. 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 You better tune in, IamRapaport.com. Cause every single podcast, you know he drops bombs. I seen him on set, a seasoned vet with true talent. Catch him on his way to CrossFit, rocking the New Balance. He asked me to do the track cause he know I rhyme elite. But I'm just waiting for the Robert De Niro line of the week. Breakfast of Champions, hosted bagel, cream cheese, and lox. This is I Am Rapaport, the show never stops. You might catch him out in public, stretching his knees. But if you don't listen to the show, yo, wig up please. Wig up please. This is the I Am Rapaport podcast.
Boys to Men, ABC, BBD, the East Coast family. Doom, 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 da, da, da. Yes, that was a little Boys to Men.
Word.
Shout out to Mike Bivens, New Edition, BBD, Boys to Men. I'm working on this New Edition project. Forget about how ginormous New Edition was, the group.
Yeah.
In our day. You know, I was thinking because I don't know if anyone did this before, but when they first came out, New Edition, with Candy Girl, and they were singing, and they rapped in the song.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anybody had done that before, like an R&B, so Candy Girl,
Yeah,
and
they
then My
started
Girl's
rapping,
the best. I wonder if anybody had done that. It was 82, 83.
Wow.
You know, I mean, amongst other than that group was fucking huge for our generation and like kids before us. I mean, New Edition was ginormous. So doing that right now. I'm in LA. My name is Michael Rapaport. They call me the Gringo Mandingo, of course. I'm in here with my partner, Gerald Moody.
G Monetti.
We're out in Los Angeles doing it big.
Word.
It's been an incredible week of just being a part of something that's like I feel like we're on a tree. We're on the trunk of a tree that just continues to grow and grow and grow and spawn other trees. You know what I'm saying, Monetti? Mm-hmm. It's like we did a live call-in show the other day, which we're going to air in the next episode. People called us from all over the world.
Word.
For 2 hours straight. I couldn't even take a piss. I was so flattered and honored. Moody was drinking, what were you drinking?
That good rum.
Walking every 20, 30 minutes to go take a leak, a squirt. I didn't get up for 2 hours.
You manned the phone.
Man the phones and you know, I just want to tell you, all the people that tried to call and they couldn't get in, we're going to do it again and upgrade our system. We call this the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. I have to give this disclaimer to new listeners because every single week there's new listeners.
That's right.
We're almost at the platinum point for the month. I'm letting the listeners know. Tell a friend to tell a friend because when we hit the platinum point, 1 million listeners in 1 month, we're throwing a platinum party like some Rockefeller Records in 96 shit. Okay?
Word.
We're throwing up the fucking diamond and we're throwing a party on some Rockefeller Records shit. Shout out to Dame Dash. And we're doing that. So we're so fucking close. And we trip out each month. The podcast keeps growing and growing and growing. I'm just flattered by it. I mean, you're in the mix here. You're part of this tree.
Yes.
That's growing.
Yes.
How do you feel, Mr. Monetti?
I love it. I love the fans. I love the support we get. We enjoy doing this for the fans. So to see it grow, very happy, very excited. And that means we're gonna come with a lot of mo.
A lot of mo. And if anybody's in California or in Los Angeles, May 11th, we're going live and direct with another really good podcast crew, the Dirty Sports guys. They have a podcast called the Dirty Sports Podcast, which we like, at the Hollywood Improv, May 11th. The seats are limited.
Yeah.
That's not a manipulation. It's we're doing it in the small theater at the Improv. Raw Dog Without a Bag, May 11th at the Hollywood Improv, $10. And we're just doing it for shits and giggles. And it's all shits and giggles until somebody actually shits and giggles. So I'm excited about that next week, May 11th. Sorry to date us, because these will live in infamy. At some point, these will be in the Smithsonian, and 100 years from now, they'll be like, wait, next week, Moody and Rapaport at the Improv? No. So I don't like to give dates. I like to let these puppies just live in eternity. I don't know. We're gonna get into it. We're handing out a shove job today. Every now and then you got to give somebody a shove job.
They have to get it.
And I hate to do it. Who am I kidding? I love to give a shove job.
I love
out.
to hear it.
Yeah. But we're giving out a couple of shove jobs. I have a question on whether or not I was going to give a guy a sick fuck of the week, but then I'm not sure. He's either a sick fuck or a wild cowboy. So we're going to bring that up. And what else are we going to? We're just going to get into all the basics.
Or me being in L.A.
Oh yeah, well let's talk about that right now. G Monetti takes over Hollywood, is in effect for about another week and a half.
Right.
You're over here at the Gloom Tomb. I mentioned that I am moving.
Right.
A fucking shit show that is, man.
Yeah.
The mental duress when you move. Good Lord.
So I'm living in a shit show.
Yeah.
This is you doing your thing, so I understand that, but it's kind of rough. You're a terrible host.
You mean like when you come out here, I'm not a good host?
Fuck no.
Okay.
So I'm looking for a little food, try to make a little food, can't do that.
Oh yeah, well the other morning, let's let the listeners see if they think this is normal, because the thing about Mr. Moody, the 2015 podcast co-host of the year, I feel like you're on the way to winning it again next year.
Yeah, I said that.
Now I don't want to like guarantee anything like Pat Ewing and fuck up.
But we're not missing no finger rolls. I'm dunking it left-handed.
No doubt. The thing about Gerald Moody is that, like, you seem like a mild-mannered guy, and you are very mild-mannered, but you're also like you and your brother, Dean Moody, last name also rhymes with duty.
Yes.
Very quirky people on the low. Like you're fucking weirdos.
Why do you say that?
Well, I mean, first of all, you're not as bad as you were. We've discussed this on the Iron Rapaport podcast, and we should recap this, because this is early episode. You're not a slob, and I love Mr. Moody. We're like brothers. But throughout the 80s and the 90s, this guy, if he was in your space and he was there for any period of time, he could come over for an hour or spend the night or be there. He would leave it like a fucking bomb went off. Nothing. He wouldn't even forget if he cooked or if he took a shower. That would be like level 2. But if he just was there, somehow or another, shit would be spilled. Cassettes would be out of their cases. You were fucking with my computer the other day. It looked like there was duck sauce. You left it all over the screen. What do you mean? Oh, come on! I had to use the cleaner shit.
I used to be like that.
You used to be like, but you still have.
You changed me. You said you were a fucking pig, and that hurt.
Well, I had to do it. I said,
and that helped you. That helped me, man. Thank you.
Man. High five.
Word.
No problem, man.
Thank you.
I had to do it. I had to do it.
Yeah, and I changed shit around.
And then you a vast improvement. I think the big thing was having a daughter, because once you had your beautiful daughter, like you'd come over and like you would like I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, wait,
that's right.
But
you know better, you do better.
But the thing about when you come to LA, for you it's a vacation.
I know you working and shit. I hear you, bro.
But for me, it's just a fucking Thursday. You're out here like like you're in the fucking jacuzzi in the pool and like and you think you're like the Copacabana or something. I don't know what you think this is. Maybe you need me to help with a box, any fucking thing, nothing. And it's not like it's just not like if I said, "Yo, Moody, can you help me?" But he'll do it. But it's just not in his. It's not in the front of his frontal lobe to do that on his own. But here's the thing: I wanted to ask people: do you think it's weird for someone to wake up at 8:30 in the morning and say, and I quote, "I have a taste for lobster bisque"? Yo, I want to go get some lobster bisque. I want to go get the ingredients to make some lobster bisque.
Yes.
It's 75 degrees out here. Number one. Number two, it's 8:30 in the morning. Why is that something you're thinking
Hey,
about?
it was on. I have a taste for it.
Right.
So
And
I want-
I said, fuck no. We're cleaning out the kitchen. It's clean. We need to leave it clean. Because God only knows. Imagine if you had live lobsters over here and you had to kill them and break them. It would be a fucking slaughterhouse. It would be so messy and then you'll be like, yo, I cleaned. And I'm like, you don't see there's like splatter on the like.
They don't come live, man.
Whatever it would be,
Yo.
it would have been a disaster. But I just want to know if people think that's like a normal thing. Yo, I want to go make a lobster bisque. Before breakfast, coffee, eggs, omelets,
No.
bagels, cream cheese lox, nothing. That's the first thing that was on your head. That
Yes.
one. Yeah. So if there's anybody in LA, you know what's funny about the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast? We're in LA, Hollywood area. You know, that's where we are out here. And then we're in, obviously Money Making Manhattan and the Boogie Down Bronx in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
There's nobody in the Rappapack from Hollywood, and there's nobody in the Rappapack from my fucking spot, Manhattan.
Damn. How could that?
I know we have fans, we have listeners, but nobody wants to step up and be the representative for the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast in Manhattan and Hollywood. Now, me saying that might, provoke somebody to want to do it, and that might not be good because it could be some nutcase. Okay, because no one stepped up on their own, and the beauty of the Rappapack is that they step up on their own. But I feel kind of like we got phone calls from Ireland,
Yeah.
Chicago, California, San Francisco, all over California, Arizona, Alabama,
Everywhere.
all over. No one from like, yo, I'm in Manhattan. No one like, yo, we got a guy
Not
from
even
Queens.
around your way.
Not even around my way. So I don't know. But into your trip here, how are you liking it
Yo,
today?
I'm liking.
You went for a walk.
I go for walks, man. I go to
Is
a
it
place.
lonely walking? It's lonely walking the streets.
Yeah, I'm the
of
only
LA.
fucking one out there. If you see a few vagrants, I step over.
What do you mean?
You know, they in LA, the homeless people are like, they cover the sidewalk, so you have no choice but to step over their fucking heads, and I don't do it on purpose. They're just there in front of the sidewalk.
You can't go around them.
Nah, it's too many cars and shit.
Right, you're risking your life.
Yeah, I don't fuck around like that. So I go down there, Melrose, get some good noodles from this place called Tatsu Ramen.
Yeah, you like that spot.
Oh man, it's a great spot, man. Good food, good noodles, good shit, man. If you ever here, check that out. And they treat me really nice, man. They're not mean to me. Can't make my lobster bisque.
Oh, I'm mean.
Yeah.
Right.
I get shot down.
Is there anyone in the fucking noodle joint when you get there at 10 in the morning?
It's a line.
At that early?
Yeah.
Shit. And then you come back here and you I have to say there's a product that has been great for your stay because I don't know if you know this, new listeners, obviously the old listeners, Mr. Moody, G. Monetti, is proud. You're actually proud of this. He takes some of the nastiest
I blow your shit up.
right. And you're proud of that. Like you think that's cool, right? You think that's dope? Yeah. It's not dope.
That lets you know I'm here, B.
Let you know that you're
Yeah.
eating good.
Yeah, like my man Fuss.
Shout out to Fuss.
Yes.
He said the great line. He was at a construction site. Our friend Fusser worked at a construction site.
Yes.
Black guy.
Yes.
And this is in the 90s. So the construction site was very, very, very sort of like a segregated, sort of the blacks and the Puerto Ricans in one place and then the Irish and the Italians. And he said, give the quote, explain the situation, give the quote.
He said, when I go into the bathroom, I don't flush the toilet so I can let them white motherfuckers know I eat good.
Right. And that made all the sense in the world to him. And he said this, like, I think this was 88, actually.
Yeah.
And that stuck, that made such an impact on me. We're still discussing it now. I didn't understand the
So
mentality.
now you get it. You see.
Now I get it. I got it now. It took me like 10 years
So
to
when
get
I
it.
blow your shit up, I'm
But
letting you know what time.
Right. But you've been using this product called Poopery. Now, I'm 46. I'm not using a product called Poopery, even if it does work. But how does it work?
You spray the water.
Before you use it.
And then after you use it, you spray it again, and there's absolutely no scent.
And I have to admit, this stuff really works.
That fucking works. That's like some magic shit.
Yeah, and if it works on Monetti, it could stop anything.
Cause I'll be knocking posters and shit
Yeah.
down.
Great. That's something to really be proud of. That's great shit. The I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast, sponsored by Mott & Bow Jeans, a New York City-based startup company making the best, most comfortable jeans at a really fair price. Mott & Bow jeans come out of the box fitting perfect and feeling great. As soon as I tried on the jeans, I knew that they were for me. They look great and feel great. They wash and dry perfectly. They don't shrink and get all weird after one time in the dryer. I cannot stand when that shit happens. No ugly or weird back pocket or questionable stitching. Mott & Bow make their jeans themselves, and you can tell by the way they feel these jeans are made with care. Mott & Bow ship directly to the consumer, and that saves you so much money. They have an in-home try-on program, so you can make sure to get the sizes and styles you want. Whatever you don't want, you send back. I love these jeans, all kinds of styles and colors. I'm wearing a pair of soft, comfortable blue jeans right now. Whatever you want, no jean shaming here. You want skinny, baggy, whatever the fuck you're into. All sorts of denims. They're better than your everyday whack-ass blue jeans. Go to mottandbow.com, mottandbow.com, and use the promo code Rapaport, RAPAPORT, and save 20% off. These guys have been making jeans in their family since 1982. They know what they're doing, and you could tell they give a shit about making a great pair of jeans. And the in-home try-on thing it makes it really easy, and you'll love. And you don't have to go to a department store. I tell you something. The art of customer service is out the fucking window with these kids. I don't want some 22-year-old little shit.
I want.
Can I help you, sir? Hey, dude, can I help? Whoa. Listen to me.
Oh, see, you start riffing this shit.
Whoa. Hey, dude, can I help you? No, you can't fucking help me, asshole. Yeah, first what you could do, you want to help me, before I try on anything, go get me a latte, asshole. All right? Why don't you go pick me up a kiwi strawberry Snapple down the street, then come back, and I'm not dude. Okay, you're 22, okay? I'm a gentleman. You say, sir, I'll fucking smack fire out of your ass. All right?
Now, what if the customer service was a Kimbo Slice type of guy?
Kimbo Slice type of guy, I'm going to let it slide. I'm going to let whatever you, can I help you,
Yeah.
Mr. Slice? But that's the thing I love about Mott & Bow. It comes directly to your home. So go to mottandbow.com, save 20% off using the promo code Rapaport. We love these jeans. I love this product, and I love that it's a New York-based startup company. Yeah.
Your Met Gala, you said, I want to go back. Madonna went there with her ass out.
Oh, shit.
We didn't touch on that.
Yeah, because I didn't see the pictures. But Madonna went there literally with her ass out.
Imagine your grandmother come to chaperone your party with her ass out.
Madonna, stop it.
You're a senior citizen.
Stop it. You don't need to be... First of all, you're in there with Zendaya, Beyonce, all the baddest, youngest, primest chicks.
Yeah.
You're not going to out-sexy them. That doesn't mean you're not going to out-cool them, and it doesn't mean you can't be sexy in your own right. You look ridiculous, Madonna.
Word.
You look crazy. You've deformed your face also. You got yourself the Little Kim look going on.
Oh, man.
And you come up with your ass out. No one wants to see it. Nobody wants, and people are embarrassed for you.
Yeah.
Because you're Madonna, and people think more highly of you than you are obviously thinking of yourself as of late.
Word.
We're talking about we're talking about pop stars.
Iconic.
You don't need to do anything like that.
I know.
Dial it down. You're still wearing the same. It doesn't look like we're in the 80s. You're like, I'm still doing the same thing. And that's the problem. That's the problem. You look crazy.
Now you pulling out your ass. What's next?
Stop. You don't need to do that. Show up there and be cool. You have the cool factor. You have like you're a trendsetter. You're Madonna.
Word.
You're not going to get any positive attention with your ass out anymore. In '86, that was good.
You should have pulled it out then.
She did, and it was great. It was fantastic. But now you look crazy.
Word.
You look ridiculous.
Crazy.
I'm embarrassed for you. So I don't know what's going on with you. I don't know. Like usually she has a man in her life.
No. Now she got the black babies now. You know. Things getting out of hand.
Those little kids are confused.
Yeah.
They don't know what to do.
Mom would have.
I'm begging you to stop, Madonna. Please. You look crazy.
She's like a player on a 10-day contract trying to do anything to stay in the league.
Great. See, I that's a great fucking point, Monetti.
Donna's like fucking
Jimmer Fredette on the Knicks.
Yeah.
Doing anything she can to try to stay on the team. So
taping ankles before the games.
Feeding Carmelo, like jump shots. Like, I'll do anything. I'll be on the team. I'll even take it. I don't care.
I'll go to Starbucks for the team.
Who wants something? Melo, you want a drink? I'll go. She doesn't care. All right, what do you think about this, Monetti? At first I was thinking this guy's a sick fuck, and now I'm thinking he might be he might be a wild cowboy.
Oh. What?
A married Brooklyn NYPD chief. Now he's only accused. I want to say he's accused because I don't want any problems.
Whenever there's some chicks,
there's some
validity
99%
to
of the time, it comes back that it's true.
Yeah, you want to freak off.
But this fucking guy, I don't know if I should call him a sick fuck or just maybe the man of the week. The head of the police borough in Brooklyn had a couple of his side pieces. He's married. He had side pieces go on the internet. And they were talking about somebody needs to stop chasing married pregnant women. He has a pang, a taste for pregnant women. He doesn't care. He likes to be with pregnant women.
Damn.
And he's also married. And this one woman said somebody needs to stop chasing pregnant women around. What's wrong with this guy? Jeffrey, that's his name, Jeffrey Mataray. It's all allegations. I don't know if it's true.
Right.
He loves pregnant women.
Shit.
I appreciate you allowing me to sit on your face. That's all it was good for. When I was in the hospital, this woman said, this fool had the audacity to come for some ass while I had an IV in my arm.
Damn.
He's so greedy for the ass, I literally had to get out of my hospital bed and go into the bathroom and give this greedy motherfucker some ass.
Oh.
Somebody got my ex-husband fired and fucked up with child support. So what do you think? Is this guy...
This guy
is he a sick fuck? Or is he just bout it?
No, he's not bout it.
Sick fuck worthy?
He's sick fuck.
This award is earned, not given. It's called the Sick Fuck of the Week. This guy's really sick. Lock him up. How could you do it? Don't let him out. Damn. You fucked the dog? You what? You fucked the dog? Why would you fuck the dog? Why would you fuck your girlfriend's dog? What? Sick fuck. The sick fuck of the week. It's earned. Earned. Not given. You did. What? No.
He in the hospital trying to... These broads is pregnant, man.
Yeah.
What is you doing?
Yeah, he's nuts.
He's nuts.
All right,
he's sick.
Okay, I'm going to go with my first thing, which was sick fuck, and then I thought maybe he's just a wild cowboy who's bout it.
No, that's not. No.
Okay. All right.
He's a depraved sexual animal.
Yeah, he's an animal.
Yeah.
This guy's an animal.
Rite Aid.
Uh-huh.
I go into Rite Aid. I'm walking in Hollywood. I want to get some things, right?
Yeah. What'd you need?
Scruffer.
For what?
For my fucking face, man.
What is this scruffer?
Scruffer, it's a scruff thing.
What the fuck is that?
Scuff. You know what it is? Where you with those little fucking.
You talking about what are you talking about? That's for your face?
Yeah.
Normal people clean their back with that. These guys got like.
You use it for your face too, man.
I never heard of that. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
So you buy this shit, right? And they don't bag. They don't give you they just leave your shit right there.
Right.
You got to pay for the bags now.
Right.
That's some bullshit, right?
Why?
I come into your store. I'm the customer. I buy things, and you leave my shit on the counter like that? I'm the customer. You treat me like shit. I gave you my money to get the products. At least you could do is put it in a fucking bag. Why do I got to pay for the fucking bag?
Right. Did you
Fuck them guys, man.
Did you like wrap it all up in your t-shirt?
I
And walk
fucking was falling out of my hands. It was in the fucking gutter. And I'm the most important person in society. I'm a consumer. And this is how you treat me?
The customer's always right.
Right. What the
You have
fuck?
to walk around Hollywood with your
Shit
scrubber.
was like juggling. I was fucking juggling down the street.
Yeah, that's bullshit. What is it, like 50 cents a bag now?
Yeah.
That's not. Yeah, I'm
Lady
I'm-
looking at me like,
you're crazy.
yeah.
Like you're the guy who, like, you're wrong for being like, you don't have anything to hold this shit in.
Yo, man.
I gotta say, we wanted to avoid this. The other day, we said we're not talking about this anymore.
Word.
We said collectively, I'm tired of this fucking subject, and we both said, yeah, I can't stand it.
I know what you're saying. I got one word. You go ahead.
And we said, we gave a pound. I said, yo, forget this shit. And we said, we're not going to talk about her. And then the next day I wake up and I read this. So Caitlyn Jenner, we're here to give you a little shove job. Give you a little chin music.
Yeah.
Because lo and behold, the next day after we made this pact not to talk about this fucking guy, this gal, this lady,
Yeah.
this narcissistic,
Hustler.
starving for attention. This person is starving for attention. It's like once the Kardashians and Caitlyn, they're so afraid if we just let 1 week go by, you're not on the front page, like the whole world will forget about you. Don't worry. You're ingrained in our heads. You can go away and come back whenever you want. Give us a break.
Word.
Let us catch our breath from the last 15 years of bullshit that you've done.
Hell yeah.
So after we literally gave each other a pound, we're done.
Done.
The next morning, I wake up and find out that Caitlyn Jenner, headline news. This is headline news.
This is why it's terrible.
is
America.
gonna pose butt ass
Naked.
raw dog on the cover of Sports Illustrated. And the first thing that came to my mind was Sports Illustrated must have paid this fuck. And they don't usually do that. You usually take a photo of this person.
He's fielding offers.
But I just want to rap about this for a second, and then I want to hear what you have to say.
I told you I have one word, but go ahead.
Okay, Mr. Monetti. And he was on the cover, Bruce, in '76. And I don't know if you know this, that cover when he won the Olympics in '76, he had the short shorts in the Olympics, and that cover was deemed sexual because in the cover with his arms up, iconic cover, you could see his loaf swinging in his shorts. And at the time, it was deemed provocative.
Oh.
So now, the irony is just magnificent that here, beyond what any screenwriter could ever come up with in their wildest dreams, George Lucas and Steven Spielberg on their best days couldn't come up with this kind of irony. Our greatest minds of cinema, the greatest inventions of the world, they can never come up.
Can't come up
that
with
they could come up with some shit like this. That on their best day, 40 years later, this fucking guy who's now a girl decides to. How is Sports Illustrated? This is not Hustler. This is not Cherry Magazine
Word.
Or with a great Al Goldstein. What was his magazine?
Screw.
This is not Screw Magazine. It's Sports Illustrated. I've been getting a subscription to this since '77.
How you feel about this?
I'm offended. I'm like, if this fuck.
Yeah, 'cause
I'm going to cancel my subscription. I'm a customer for 39 years. A paying customer. I have a collection since '77.
I saw it. I can vouch.
Yo, I might cancel if you let this woman pose on the cover of your magazine naked, and you never had anybody else naked,
Word.
then things must be bad for you at Sports Illustrated. And I bet you they said to Bruce, we don't pay, but we'd love to have you. Because things must be fucked up over there.
Yeah.
I might matter of fact, I'm going to cancel my subscription.
Cancel this shit, B.
If you let her on the cover and no other naked person, even when they have the swimsuit issue, they always are clothed. I don't want to see this. I don't care.
Right.
I don't
care him to be.
Who cares?
Right.
What
He's
have you
naked
done?
on the cover. Who gives a shit?
This is going to carry over into another year. It's never going to go away, and you're never going to have enough tension.
Damn.
And okay, if you're naked, then I want to see you on there with your implants and you holding that fucking cock. Okay, either that or you're gonna be naked.
Put a condom on this.
We want to see what's going on. You want to change people's minds. You want to open up people's minds. Let's just get it out in the open.
Word.
Or just go away. You got your change. Why is this a crusade? Because Bruce Jenner wasn't as famous as he was, and this is what this is.
Right.
A lot of this has to do with getting back in the limelight. It's hard to give up that fame. Bruce Jenner wasn't relevant on the Kardashian shows. He was like, oh shit, he was bad character.
Damn, but this is damn.
And he wants
to that fame. Like
he
that?
wants to break the internet the way Kim Kardashian did when she was on there, that magazine with her ass out.
Right.
That's the intention. I want to fucking break the entire internet.
Sports Illustrated.
I'm gonna, yeah, that's it.
We call them motherfuckers on air and say, yo,
I'm canceling my subscription.
Let me speak to the motherfucker that did all this shit.
Yeah, who's the editor at
Right.
Sports Illustrated that's desperate?
Who greenlit it? We want him naked on the cover.
Please send us this. And I guarantee you it wasn't Sports Illustrated's idea. You know, like, well, we could put Muhammad Ali or, I don't know, do something on Kobe or, you know, LeBron or the Warriors or baseball season or A-Rod or some Tom Brady, Belichick. No, that's
None
not
of those
good
guys,
enough.
yeah.
We got to get Caitlyn.
A 70-year-old motherfucker naked.
Naked. You can't just be on there with your clothing.
Right.
Put her in the swimsuit issue.
Put her in the decathlon shit.
Right. No, put her in the 1976 shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to put her on there naked. This isn't Cherry Magazine. Penthouse, Hustler, Playboy.
Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, I don't
Why
need...
is he naked?
Yeah,
Sports Illustrated. He ain't played sport in 40 years.
Nothing.
Why is he naked on the cover?
Right. I didn't want to talk about that. So, Bruce, sorry.
Yuck. My
Caitlyn,
one word, yuck.
That's all you wanted to say.
Yep.
Sorry we had to do it to you. We had to give you a shove job. I'm sorry. So you have anything else to say about Caitlyn Jenner?
Yuck.
Okay, that's it.
Yuck.
Okay, got it. Makes sense. It's the Iron Rapaport Stereo Podcast. Coming live and direct from the Gloom Tomb of Los Angeles, California. We're so deep into the playoffs here, the NBA playoffs. This is my time of year. I love it. I had the pleasure of being on Bill Simmons' podcast, a world-class podcast stickman. Love Bill Simmons. His big book of basketball will always keep me in love with him. The book he wrote, covering the NBA, was so extensive, so perfect. You don't even have to like basketball to read about it. But if you do have any interest in basketball, I suggest you get Bill Simmons' book, The Big Book of Basketball. Going on that podcast, man, people like that shit.
Yeah, you guys, you do it good, man.
Yeah, he's good. He's like a human Google.
Yeah.
You could ask that guy anything about sport. He's literally like a fucking Google machine. He doesn't even think twice. He'll just be like, oh yeah, the Celtics starting lineup in '83, like no computer, no nothing.
He's that dude.
Unlike us, we don't fact check and we don't know shit.
Right. We'll be like, oh, maybe he was down.
The fact checking is the fact that we don't fact check is just the fact to just like excuse us from the fact that we barely know shit.
Word.
What else, Monetti?
Oh, there's a store opening up in a restaurant in London, and it's an optional clothing.
What?
Restaurant opening in June in London, and optional clothes. So you could come in naked, or you could come in with a suit.
Whoa. This is a real place?
A pop-up place.
So
yeah.
wait, what do you mean you could come in naked? You show up there naked, or you take your clothes off at the door and you could dine with no clothes? Why would you want to eat naked? What kind of shit is this in a restaurant?
Yep.
It's not in the hills in
the city.
No. See, that's not good.
But
How do they get a license for that?
Right. Pop-up restaurant just to try it out to see. That is wild, right?
Would you go in there butt ass?
Nah, man. You gotta get up, gotta go eat and shit, get a drink. You the only one motherfucker in there naked.
Right. They're gonna all be looking like who's the asshole who's gonna set it off? The guy or the gal who's gonna set it off.
Kimbo Slice should be up in that piece.
Yo, listen, Kimbo Slice, we want you on the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. The other morning, me and Monetti were talking about you.
Word.
And I fuck with you hard body.
Yeah.
Slice. I'm a humongous fan. He knows that.
Yeah.
I reached out to Slice. I told him I love him. I want to interview him.
You was talking about ball.
Oh, what about it? Go ahead.
Cleveland. I saw they won the other night, and NBA TV. They did the highlights, and then they had a stretch where they just showed the handshakes. Kyrie. It's an extensive handshake that goes from each player, and they do different ones.
They broke it down?
Right.
It's like the Boy Scouts or something.
And then they got to Richard Jefferson, and he just gave him a handshake and broke the fuck out. He's not with none of that.
Richard
He's
Jefferson.
a vet.
He said, nah.
He just shook his hand and then left.
Is that like a rite of passage? If LeBron gives you a secret handshake, then you're cool?
And grown men like practicing like
those are hard to do.
You got it wrong. No, you got to do this.
I had to do one secret handshake. I was on this show, Blackish. Right. Shout out to my man Kenya Barris, the creator of Blackish, and that whole crew. I love that show. Mm-hmm. Didn't know it was going to be as great as it is. It's great, and it's getting better and better.
Good.
And just in the show, we had to do a handshake. There's a scene, and it took us an hour and a half to get the handshake down. It takes time to get those shakes, and I'm cool, motherfucker. I'm not like some guy who doesn't know handshakes. I know all the shit. I could do a little twist and the bop and the this and that. Like, so they're practicing handshakes
at the hotel.
And is there a creative director? Who's the creative director?
LeBron gonna come to your room at such and such time. Be ready.
This is what's going on.
Be ready to get the handshake right. We got a playoff game tomorrow.
Right. And if not, you might be running suicides.
You're gonna get docked.
Richard Jefferson doesn't do it.
Rich is like, what the fuck, man? Kid didn't do none of this shit.
Yo, you know that, and then also, did you see Charles Oakley said about Charles Barkley? Because Charles Oakley was saying something about Cleveland, and then Charles Oakley
stepped to him, basically.
He said over Twitter, he said, yo, you better stop talking shit about Cleveland.
You ain't never been tough.
I know a story that's a fact.
I know, and it's been publicized, too.
I'm not the only one who said it.
Right.
But you can look it up. During the players' lockout of, I don't know, was it 90-something? Mm-hmm. It was the year the Knicks went to the finals.
Right.
There was an all-players meeting, 90 whatever it was. You guys do the math. Mm-hmm. Barkley was in the league. Jordan was in the league. Charles Oakley was in the league. It was that era of 90-something. We know how, was it 96, 94? I don't know. Somewhere in the later mid-90s. I don't fucking know. Who cares? But at a players meeting, I know this is a factual thing. And then I asked him. Matter of fact, I'm going to get the clip and I'm going to post it. I just ran into Charles Barkley and I was doing something and I asked him. And we're going to post it with this. Or if we don't post it with this, we'll post it soon after. Charles Oakley was there. Charles Barkley was there. Charles Oakley said to him, you soft. Something happened. They were getting a little bit. And Charles Oakley went over to Charles Barkley and smacked the shit out of him. And Charles Barkley didn't do anything in front of the whole league.
Right.
Now, I love Charles Barkley.
Right. But this is what happened.
Now, it's a shameful, embarrassing thing to get the shit smacked out of you. But when, it could happen, especially someone who's provocative like Charles Barkley. But that happened, and then I'm going to play the thing because I ran into Charles Oakley on the street, and I did an impromptu interview with him, and I asked him, and he verified this, but it didn't even need the verification from him because everybody knows it happened.
Yes.
I don't know how I got on that story.
Hey,
but that's a fact. Charles Oakley smacked the shit out of Charles Barkley.
Because the Twitter beef, you see how Charles coming at him.
Right. He wants more with it. But remember when they hemmed up Charles Oakley at the casinos in Vegas?
That's them bodyguards and shit.
They had my man Oakley in a neck brace.
Yeah.
And Charles Oakley's a big motherfucker.
6'8", 2...
Remember we saw Charles Oakley the first day he got traded to New York? We saw him on 77. Me and Moody were going to the 6 train, the downtown 6 train. I don't know what year he got traded to the Knicks. Right. We don't fact check.
Right.
But it was the summertime or it was the spring he got traded. It was the off season. And we saw Oakley on the west side of Lexington Avenue, and we were on the east side of Lexington Avenue. And we said, yo, Oak, what are you doing here? And he said, I remember he did like G gestures, yo, I'm playing here now. And we were like, oh, shit.
Yeah. Oak.
He's a fucking brute.
Yeah. We saw him with fucking Grandmaster D at the Garden.
Shout out to Houdini.
Word.
What a good group Houdini was.
The perfect mixture of R&B and hip hop.
Yeah, they were great.
They did it the best.
Oh, yeah, they did it. They had monster hits.
Right.
I don't know what happened. They just kind of lost their way. I think it was the typical things, man. Groups get messed up and the group dynamics and all these sorts of things happen. Yo, my movie of the week, because I give a lot of love. We did, of course, the now infamous Gold Standard Raging Bull podcast.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard it, I suggest you go back. Let's just say this: the great Martin Scorsese is the first interview, and it goes. I mean, what more do I need to say?
Yep.
I don't know what episode number it is, but look it up in the files. It's called the Raging Bull episode. I got Scorsese, I got John Turturro, I got Nick Turturro, I got Adam Carolla. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. And I had to start turning people down at the end because I was like, it can't be 19 hours on Raging Bull. Although I could have done it, it would have been a very specific audience. And of course, we've talked about Rocky. But I was thinking about the movie that probably... one of the movies, three movies. It's Rocky, Saturday Night Fever, and Raging Bull. Saturday Night Fever, such an underrated, underappreciated movie at this point in time because it was such a big pop culture film with no special effects, as big as Star Wars and Jaws were at that time in the 70s. A gigantic hit. The Bee Gees record, the soundtrack, I believe... If it's not the biggest selling record of all time, it's like in the top 3 or 4 selling records of all time.
It's right up there.
This was a phenomenon. And this movie fucked me up. It fucked everybody up. It changed everything. And when I saw this movie, I think it was 78. I was 8 years old. And it had violence, it had sex, it had drugs. It didn't get Oscar nominations because it was deemed, like too risque. Yeah, I say risque.
Risque.
Everything about that movie is just perfection. From John Travolta's hair to the Serpico poster on the wall to the rest of the cast. And crazy thing about that movie, the rest of the cast of that movie, Karen Lynn Gorney, Donna Pescow, all the guys, no one ever went on to do anything huge.
Wow.
And I did a movie with Travolta called Lucky Numbers, directed by the late great Nora Ephron. A good movie, great script, just didn't work out so good. And I had to audition. I auditioned with John Travolta and then got the part. And when I auditioned, I didn't give away the fact that I was a psychopath, super fan, lunatic. But as soon as I got on set, I was in his ass. No Bruno. The entire time. And at one point he said, "You are a really big fan because, I've met a lot of fans." I mean, imagine the type. John Travolta was, you got to understand, at the time in the 70s, when he did Welcome Back, Kotter, just that alone, he was
the shit.
The shit.
Yeah.
Vinnie Barbarino, he was the shit.
Hell yeah.
And then he came out with Saturday Night Fever. And when they were filming Saturday Night Fever, it was like a small budget film. I think it was like a $1 million or $3 million film.
Damn.
It wasn't some big budget film. They had to get extra security because at the time of Saturday Night Fever, he was already ginormous from Welcome Back, Kotter. And they're filming in Brooklyn, the home of the Sweat Hogs.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so they didn't know like this guy was like that big. And then of course, when the movie comes out, you go from being a popular TV actor to different planet.
International star.
Gigantic. Sex symbol. The coolest motherfucker in the world, Travolta. And then he follows it up with Grease. And, Grease was...
No Bruno.
No Bruno. No Bruno. Of course. That goes without saying. But I just wanted to talk briefly about that movie. I really think that would be my next screening in Los Angeles. I would love to do an I Am Rapaport stereo podcast screening. Get Travolta there live.
Oh hell yeah!
I think I could do it.
You could do it, yo.
I think I can do it. We fill up the Crestview Theater in Westwood. We get a DJ.
Yep.
To like play all that disco shit, mix it. Beforehand, afterwards, you got to come dressed like on some 70s shit.
Yes.
We do a live and try to get as much of the cast as possible, but of course get Travolta because when I worked with him on Lucky Numbers, he knows This guy's a fucking nut job.
Yeah.
Every day. But when I'm working with him, I brought it to his chest.
Right.
One of my favorite scenes that I was ever been a part of is in that movie with Travolta when I said I would ball bat him.
Right.
My character says I'll fucking ball bat you. I got to say that to a guy that I used to have his poster. I was so nuts with Saturday Night Fever. Like, the part when he gets cut after the fight in Saturday Night Fever? I would go to school in the 3rd grade. When I got kicked out of the 3rd grade, I went to my new school. I would put Band-Aids on my face like I got beat up.
Shit.
This is insane.
Yeah.
There's pictures of me. I'll post one where I cut my hair, my blonde, shaggy hair. I tried to cut my hair into a widow's peak. For my 8th birthday,
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
I look crazy. For my 8th birthday,
They had to kick your ass out of 3rd.
no, that was already kicked out. I was already kicked out. But I would walk around with a Band-Aid on it like I got into a fight too. And I fell off the monkey bars or something. I didn't fall off the monkey bars. My dad was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, I got cut." I'm walking around. And for my 8th birthday or 9th birthday, I had my mom get me a silk shirt because I wanted a silk shirt like Tony Manero. And I was like, I have to have the kind of underwear that he had on. So he had like the bikini underwear. I'm walking around 9 years old in my house thinking I'm John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever. I didn't want to be an actor. I had no ass. I wanted to be Tony Manero.
You want to be that motherfucker.
It's crazy.
Wow.
I told all this Travolta, and I swear he looked at me like, yo, this guy's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
This guy's nuts. So that's my little Saturday Night Fever movie of the week stuff. And I mean, those are my big 3 movies. Those 3 movies shifted me. And for some reason, all starring Italian Americans, all have Italian American themes in them. Italian Stallion, Tony Manero, and of course, Jake LaMotta, the Raging Bull. Did you see this guy, Trump? Cinco de Mayo? Yeah. This guy's got a set of he might have a big set of balls on him. Because this guy, just when you think, first of all, Ted Cruz is gone, right?
It's over.
Is there anybody else in contention?
Nope.
So Donald Trump is going to really be like, it's going to be like him or either Bernie or Hillary running for actual. The fact that it's gotten this far, shame on this country, can't be the president.
Watch. It's over, man.
All right, this is what we're going to do now. We're going to do the Truey segment of the week. I love this app on the iPhone. It's Trueey. Okay, and what it does is it poses a question, and it sort of takes a poll, and you answer the question. And, it's a great conversation starter, great for podcasting, great for picking up chicks, or whatever you're into. And it goes like this. Here's the first question. I go to sleep past midnight almost every night.
Nah.
Me neither.
Nah, man.
I'm like an old person.
Yeah.
I go to sleep early. But 48% of the people agree. 52% of the people disagree. Here's a good one. Forgetting your phone is worse than forgetting your wallet. Shit, that's a good question. In this day and age,
your phone is your wallet, basically, right?
Yeah, well, forgetting your wallet on the way to South by Southwest and getting to the airport and realize that you left your wallet there.
Yeah.
That means you're an asshole.
Yeah.
I did that less than a month ago. I was so gacked up on myself too. I was like, I'm going to South by Southwest. We're going to podcast. And I got to JFK after being in the cab for 45 minutes. And I didn't catch it when I was 5 minutes away from my apartment. I caught it when we pulled up to American Airlines terminal. So I knew there's no way you're getting on the flight. I you know the feeling, you knew it. I knew I didn't bring it. I was like, I didn't bring it. And I'm looking just for shits and giggles, knowing it wasn't there. So I have to say, at the end of the day,
it's a wallet.
You need that ID.
Yeah.
Because when the TSA, if you have a picture of your license in there, it doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
I count other people's items on the express line. I do that. And I also cheat the express line.
I don't do that.
You don't give
I don't
a shit?
count. I don't give a fuck about all that.
Okay, cool. Here's the next question, Mr. Monetti. Having my coffee is one of the best parts of my workday. 150% yes.
Yeah.
And I just started drinking coffee within the last 4 years. I didn't even drink it. Now I'm addicted to it.
Coffee's good.
I like it. But now I'm hearing that Starbucks coffee is like a death sentence.
Oh, shit.
This is what I'm hearing. I don't know if it's true.
Right.
I have no problem with a sponsorship by Starbucks. I'll continue drinking it, but I am thinking twice.
The CEO is from Brooklyn.
Is it?
Howard.
He's from Brooklyn?
Yes, Canarsie.
All right. Well, 53% of the people agree. 47% of the people disagree. 53% of the people also think having coffee in the morning is the best. I think about it the next morning. What am I going to get in my coffee? I've been a suspect in a murder case. No, this is a stupid question. Here's one. This is a good question for you. I want to know your answer. Would you get tasered for $25,000 cash?
Hell yeah.
So if somebody was going to give you $25,000, you would take a tase.
I can take that tase.
Okay.
Because I'm going to get up.
Okay.
A tase ain't a death sentence.
Okay.
Take a
so
little bit of
I'm not
electricity
taking
for
the
that.
fucking tase.
Why wouldn't you take it?
I got to see you do it first. See if you know your name after. I'm telling you.
A tase ain't shit.
Okay, all right, we'll see.
They do that to black people all the time.
Okay, great. Fantastic. That's true. This is why I like the True app. This is my final question with the True app segment of the week. I pee in the shower. Yeah.
Hell yeah. We said that before.
Yeah, I've shat in the shower.
Oh,
I didn't do it on purpose,
You
but I've
nasty
shat.
motherfucker,
So
boy.
sorry. What do you want from me?
Oh, yeah, you got to condition that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, man. Here's white people are secretly racist. I don't think it's a secret. You don't need.
Right,
I don't think it's a secret anymore. I think that's one of the good things about Donald Trump. He's brought out the dreck.
Yeah.
51% of the people agree. 49% of the people disagree. What else you got for me, G. Monetti?
Bickerstaff.
Oh, Bernie Bickerstaff. No,
No.
J.B. Bickerstaff.
He's so fed up with these guys and this team.
We'll contextualize it for J.B. Bickerstaff.
The head coach
Was the interim head coach, young guy.
Right.
His father was a great basketball coach. He took over for Kevin McHale.
Right.
And coached the Houston Rockets, who ran Kevin McHale out of Houston for coaching.
Right.
And then they brought in J.B. Bickerstaff, and they thought he'd be able to relate to the players better and all this. And J.B. Bickerstaff, after getting the shit knocked out of them in the first round of the playoffs, he said, what?
He took his name out of the hat as far as like, y'all can make me the head coach because I was interim. He would rather be demoted than to deal with the fucking schmucks he was dealing with.
Let me tell you something. You know how, like, if you're James Harden, we have to say, this has to be James Harden. If you're the best player, the highest paid player, it's not like Patrick Beverly's in there, like, it's not a prison, and like somehow Patrick Beverly's running the fucking asylum.
Oh, yeah.
It's got to be James Harden.
Right.
You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself that you drove this guy who probably his entire life he dreamed of coaching a basketball team.
Right.
And after not even a full season coaching you is saying, I don't want to do this. I'm fine if I'll step down. Like you're uncoachable.
Yeah. Right. Like,
you don't give a shit.
I can't fuck
And
with
poor
this.
Dwight Howard, that fragile pea brain that's in there.
Yeah.
Sweet, fragile. He's like of mice and men, like Lenny.
Disneyland, motherfucker.
Yeah, he's fucking doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
He's talking about a big galoot. He just doesn't know what's going on. He looks like bad again. And James Harden is the culprit.
Ball hog, man.
Just dribbling that
man.
ball.
You can't win. Who won like that?
Nobody.
In the history
We don't care.
In the history of the game.
Yeah, nobody's won like
like
that.
that.
And it doesn't matter that you could score and blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah. Your teammates hate you. Your coach wants to quit because that's like his whole dream in life is to be a head coach until he had to coach James Harden. I don't know why they just don't come out and be like, yo, this guy's a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Everything is so politically correct in there. Say who it is. Say what it was.
Get on some Dan Issel shit. Scream on motherfuckers in the locker room.
Yeah, with no teeth.
Yeah. Dick Mata and them cats. What happened? Got these fucking... Everybody's dancing for the game.
And the Heat, they almost beat Toronto 2 in a row in
We
Toronto.
the 6.
I wanted to offer my services up.
What?
I wanted to offer my services up because their number one fan is Drake.
Right.
Drake, you can't play two sides of the fence. You can't be fucking with people on both sides of the team. So here's what I want to offer up.
All right, go ahead.
If somebody wants to fly me and G Monetti up now there'll definitely be a game 5 in Toronto because they squeaked by.
Right.
not losing 2 at home. If somebody wants to fly me and G Monetti up, first class, of course, to Toronto for Game 5, sit us courtside, I will get in Dwayne Wade's ass, no Bruno, the way you're supposed to heckle. I think that these guys are too nice. Like, yo, if you want me to come there and turn shit up,
turn it out,
and really get in his ass and get in the Miami Heat's ass, I'm right for the cause, but I'm not doing it just for fun and games. We need to be flown up there, maybe a nice sushi dinner, and me and Monetti. I'm not going up there by myself. I prefer not to sit next to women or kids,
right?
Because it's gonna be it's not gonna be vulgar, but it's gonna be intense.
So you're gonna go at Miami Heat like that? You don't like them like that?
I want to show
Drake.
the fans of Toronto that this guy who says he's a super fan ain't a super fan because he's playing 2 sides of the fence. He knows the whole NBA. The whole NBA is like, oh, Drake. Nah.
Wow.
You can't be friends with these guys and also talk shit. You need to either be dedicated, because I fuck with D Wade.
Right.
No, Bruno. I'm a huge fan. But at the end of the day, I don't like the Miami Heat. I don't like the Miami Heat more than I don't like the Raptors. I don't have a problem with the Raptors. I like the Raptors.
Right.
I just feel, bad for the fans up there that they got nothing else to do besides stand out the arena and say, we the 6. We the 6.
We the 6.
So I'm offering our services. Anybody that knows somebody, if you don't get the flight together, maybe a private plane's fine.
Yeah, come on.
Me and Monetti, I can't go by myself. I need Monetti. We'll podcast from the fucking courtside.
Word.
I'm just putting it out there. You want a real fan there to turn shit up? Get me and Monetti up there.
That's right.
Because I went to a game. I'm like sort of like my loyalty could ebb and flow. Here's a perfect example. In 97, I think it was 96 or 97. Again, we fact checked nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I was in Miami. Anthony Mason was playing for Miami Heat at this time. Pat Riley knew we need a guy like this.
Yeah.
I had gotten courtside seats. They were playing the Utah Jazz. My all-time, probably top guy that I did not like was Karl Malone. I heckled this fucking guy so bad that I got a letter from Pat Riley's office saying he would like to have you over his house for dinner. I was in that ass. I was fucking with Karl Malone. I told Mace, he's soft. Throw elbows at Mace.
You gotta let
You ain't doing all that to Mace. You saw, he heard, they were looking at me like this guy's, I didn't curse, because you can't curse. I was doing all that. Now, I met Karl Malone actually last year at the training session for Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather. Now, in real life,
he's a fucking mountain.
Let me tell you something. I don't know what I was thinking. Because if he had come over to me and just fucking put his dick beaters around my throat, it would have been, he's a beast.
Yeah.
We're talking about a truck driver. That's a man's man.
Hell yeah.
Country strong, tough guy.
Country strong.
But I'm just letting you know. I am just letting you know. The Toronto Raptors, if you want a real guy up there to try to sway this series, because Dwayne Wade got you guys drunk, I'm offering my services. The Iron Rapaport Stereo Podcast is sponsored by Casper Mattresses. Casper is an obsessively engineered mattress at a shockingly fair price. Time Magazine named Casper Mattress one of the best inventions of 2015. Free shipping and returns in the U.S. and Canada. You could try a Casper mattress for 100 nights, risk-free in your own home. If you don't love it, they'll pick it up and refund you everything. That's what you call a money-back true guarantee. Made in America. King-size mattress could cost you up to $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. If you want a really good mattress, king-size, only $950. Go to Casper.com, CASPER.com/Rapaport. Use the promo code Rapaport. Terms and conditions apply. You get $50 off an already fair-priced, great product. Casper mattress.
I got a Frisbee something, man. I got an actors.
Oh.
I have that. Right. I'm in your craft, motherfucker.
I'm going to start doing, when you ask me actors workshop things, should I start talking in a British accent?
Nah, man.
Yeah, I want to do it like a...
Nobody gonna understand your ass,
Sir Lawrence Olivier. All right, go ahead. Actors workshop Frisbee question.
You're saying you're working with a New Edition and stuff, and your character. What what is your character, and how do you get into that role and get into that sphere with him?
Good question. I play their manager. They went, the New Edition story is they got fucked. And without going into too much detail, because I'm not supposed to go into too much detail, I play their manager, but who fucks them again.
Right.
I fuck them again. No Bruno.
Right.
No Bruno. Not literally.
Right. So how do you...
You know what it is? Like, I mean, it depends. Like, every character that you play, every role calls for something different. And this, I knew it wasn't too far out of my wheelhouse. I knew it was a scumbag. Again, not too far out of my wheelhouse. Okay? Let's call a spade a spade.
But how do you do research for that? You're not...
Well, I
so you're
talked to
saying
the
you're
guy.
you're not a natural scumbag.
Yeah, thanks, G.
Right.
Thanks. But I understand them, and I've been around them, and I've seen them. And I get them. And you got to the most important thing with any character is you got to humanize him. Right. So if you're playing a killer or you're playing a quote unquote scumbag, I'm doing that to be, I'm being lighthearted here and being having fun. You can't think you're playing that. So if you're saying, well, this guy's a real mean motherfucker, you don't want to play mean. Because no one thinks that they're being mean.
Oh, right. I see.
No one thinks, like any killers don't think they're a killer.
Right.
Hitler went to sleep at night peacefully.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you can't play I'm a bad guy.
Right.
You can't play I'm a good guy. You have to just play it genuine, play it honest,
right.
and play it human.
This is who this person is.
This is who it is.
Right.
This is what he is, and his behavior and his actions should come organically. You can't play the I'm being mean.
I'm being that. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, wow.
So that's the thing for me when I'm trying to do my thing, whether it's, comedy, drama, like, whatever it is, like, and the writing will help dictate it. If it's good writing, it'll help dictate, and lead you.
Right.
So that's the deal.
Is that tough to do?
It varies. Sometimes it's tough. Sometimes you got it right away.
Right.
Sometimes it's a little bit of work. Sometimes you got to crack a nut. No Bruno. And you got to crack a code. It's like a little puzzle.
Right.
So it varies. So it's different roles, different parts, different. There's all sorts of moving pieces. There's all sorts of factors, like how much time you had to prepare, how much time you didn't have to prepare. The director, the set, there's all sorts of things that come into play. You just have to just be professional and go full Iverson. My goal when I work, my true goal when I am in between action and cut in any form is to go full Iverson. To not have any regrets about how hard you tried and how like sincere you were.
Yep.
Leave blood on the floor. Because like we've said many times before, Iverson, not the best shooter. You probably say maybe one of the quickest guys, but that's about it.
Right.
One of the great handles, but not the best handle ever.
Right.
Certainly not the best team player at times. Mm-hmm. Played the hardest. That was the thing that made him most special. Mm-hmm. You have to give blood on the floor.
The full Iverson.
Full Iverson every
That's
time
right.
between action and cut. Full Iverson.
That's right.
So that's my main goal. What else is popping, Monetti?
Oh man, nothing, man. Just chilling, man. Enjoying this weather.
Yeah.
Good. LA sunshine.
Yeah. LA sunshine on the top of the dime. I'm world renowned. All right, listen. These are beats we're listening to right now. This is funk.
Yes.
This is some boom bap. These are all Moody beats, dusty, funky. You hear that right now.
Yes.
It's the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. If you're in California, come out May 11th. We ain't trying to sell shit. The tickets are $10. We're gonna be in there. I'm throwing t-shirts at people's heads.
Word.
They're soft, so it's not gonna hurt. Appreciate the support. Spread the love. It's the Brooklyn way.
Yep.
Continue to give us reviews on iTunes. Although iTunes doesn't give us the love we deserve. I mean, we're just doing the damn thing. We do it for the love. We do it for the streets. We do it for the people in the Jeeps, or your Honda, or your Beamer, or your Legend, or your Benz. The wave of the town is that.
Folks and your friends.
Tribe, shout out to Tribe. Shout out to Q-Tip, The Abstract, Ali Shaheed Muhammad, Jerobi, and of course, the beautiful soul Malik Fife Dog Taylor.
Yes.
It's the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast, and we're out.